Link down below in the description box to credit Bleacher Report, not WWE, because their website's botched. And if you go to July 21st SmackDown match results, you get last week's SmackDown. Not too surprised, though, because I've had problems with them completely omitting women's matches a couple of times. It was just kind of really bizarre. So hopefully this works out. I haven't even read the article yet. So we had the United States Championship Invitational, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Cameron Grimes, and LA Knight. LA Knight was received by a huge pop as always. Man, I am just loving LA Knight. It's just unbelievable. I love Rey Mysterio too, and that's who ended up winning. So now he's going to end up facing his fellow LWO team member Santos Escobar next week to decide who is going to be going up against Austin Theory. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I think Bleacher Report actually grades matches and stuff like that. He graded it a B+, gives a couple of top moments and takeaways and stuff like that. But Theory had pulled Mysterio off of a pin, that's right. And then Escobar came out, blah, blah, blah. Austin Theory threw a hissy fit, which made no sense because he wasn't supposed to be doing what he was doing to begin with. Obviously, it's scripted. I'm just saying it still doesn't really make much sense. But the match was really nice. There was a lot of nice little moments in there. And it was great. I'm not emotionally invested in Cameron Grimes yet, but he seems pretty decent. He sold that move really, really well at the end there with Rey Mysterio. I forget what you call that move, but it was something amazing. Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky. So I did really like this match, but I felt like the beginning was a little bit rough around the edges. And again, I've talked about this before in the past. To me, she's one of the best, one of my favorites. Helps if I could speak properly. One of my favorites. And Io Sky is amazing too. Very, very talented. But in the beginning, the two of them, okay, kind of made you wondering if it was like a Sonya Deville, Chelsea Green match. Yeah, I just went there. And it seemed a little amateur. Well, not amateur, like just, rough. And it's because sometimes the synergy between two people cannot necessarily be the best. And this is why when you have good synergy / good chemistry, you can really, truly bring out the best in one another. And again, I'll always refer to Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart, despite their personal differences at the time. Same with Austin and Vince McMahon. They just have an amazing chemistry, and they can make each other look unbelievably amazing. But it did get better as it went on. I felt like they kind of warmed up. I know I'm overanalyzing this, but I really enjoyed the match. It was really good. There are two of some of the best going on right now in the women's division, these two. It's going to be interesting to see, with the whole Bayley thing, what's going to happen with that. There's going to be a fallout because, Michael Cole called out Bayley on saying, hey, you almost screwed Io because Bayley was on commentary, which, by the way, that was some of the worst commentary I have ever heard. Like, what the hell was that? And I'm not one to usually, shit on someone and really get all, negative and nasty, but that stuff was just downright pathetic. I think I could have done a better job than Bayley on commentary. Yeah, you drool in your sleep, you're just an idiot. And I'm like, what? Anyways, so that was pretty ridiculous. So yeah, Flair defeated Sky there. Santos Escobar versus Austin Theory. This was a really good match. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know what he graded it. He graded it a B. I would have graded it maybe a slight, anyways, an A, whatever, B+ or something. This was a great match. Austin Theory, one of the things I really like about Austin Theory is he's so good at selling moves and making the other opponent that he's in the ring with look really, really good. Just a very, very rare talent. And I think Santos Escobar as well is incredibly gifted. He's very, very good. Like I said, in recent history, I don't know much about him. Obviously, I've seen him in action here and there since I've made the channel and whatnot. But I didn't have a chance to see him in action too many times, especially in a one-on-one situation. A couple of times here and there, yes. And like I said, this was like really good. It's like, okay, yeah, this guy is definitely pretty amazing. So yeah, to me, this was actually, I believe, from what I remember, was actually one of, I've been so busy with other stuff, but this was one of the highlights of the night for me. It was one of my favorite matches. Got graded a B there. And it says here, Barrett gradually developing into the best color commentator in the company. Yeah, he's pretty he is pretty good, Barrett. I do enjoy him a great deal. I miss JBL. I think JBL is amazing. Ronaldo, whatever the hell his name was, you know what I'm talking about. He was also really good. So this, you know, I look, I'm behind Dirty Dom. Okay, I think Rhea Ripley does a great job too. You know, like her body language and all that kind of stuff to look, oh, you know, like so dramatic, like, oh my God, he's in trouble and all that. But I felt like there was just too much of her, you know, like distracting and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, if I had to, I would have to say that, yeah, it was my least favorite match of the night. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying I could have done any better, but it was just a little bit, you know. Oh, I got a C+. Not just a C, but a C+. Ripley slipped Mysterio steel chain. Pretty... Oh, yeah, then that's right. Pretty Deadly had come out. Elton Prince in the wheelchair. And they named him Prince William. that was actually pretty funny. Like, it was corny and pretty funny. See, it even says here, Ripley's facial expressions and body language are among her most underrated traits, putting over the danger that Mysterio was in and all that. And then Holland obviously chased Pretty Deadly out of the arena. But it was nice to see him, you know, come out, because kudos to Elton Prince, because I forgot to mention the last time when I made a video, you know, who was at fault and all this kind of stuff, that Pretty Deadly was pretty amazing. Elton Prince finished the match, got the victory after having already sustained that injury. So that garnered, you know, from me a lot of respect. Like, that was really impressive, and I had forgotten to mention that before. I feel like I'm missing more than what's going. We can't already be near the end. I mean, this was cool. Naturally, the whole segment of Jey Uso with Roman Reigns, the rules of engagement, and then it was really interesting at the end when Solo went to spike Jey. Roman held off. Jey gives him the super kick, but Roman didn't just like go and attack him, but he also didn't look like he was afraid of Jey. He was just like, okay, let's calm down here and let's just save this for, you know, for SummerSlam. And yeah, like I said, just the whole thing to me, that obviously in terms of a segment was a big thing for me, because I'm very much involved in anything that has to do, you know, with the bloodline. Wish I could have seen some kind of Sami Zayn KO again. And the reason for that is real simple. They are champions of the tag team division for both SmackDown and for both Raw. And I kind of wonder if there's going to be some sort of rematch at some point with Jimmy and Jay. I don't know. I'm just saying I would have liked to have seen them maybe somehow make some kind of appearance, have them in the corner of Jey Uso, you know, putting aside their differences because they took their belt. I'm just saying, right? And then he gives it an overall grade. Yeah, B plus, yeah. Yeah, see, there's a few moments here that I'm seeing that I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That I'm kind of forgetting, and this is why I really enjoy when, no offense, WWE, puts together their own, but they completely, right? Like, here's another one that I'm pulling out of my head that I'm just remembering. We saw Bobby Lashley talking with, I don't remember who it was, but that they are a couple of individuals, and I'm wondering if Bobby Lashley is going to restart the Hurt Business, which I think could be cool, because I'm also wondering, like, where's Omos been? Omos would be pretty cool if they could just put their differences aside. Omos, like I said, after that match with Brock Lesnar, me personally, I was really, really impressed. I really, really was. But I would want to see Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. I truly believe those guys are so talented, and they are, I believe, underrated. Like, they're just really good. And again, like I said before, so many times, time and time again, just because you see what you see from a performer doesn't necessarily mean that that's all they can do. Think my sound card is starting to act up. I'm going to wrap it up. If you like the video, thumbs up. Didn't like it, thumbs down. We'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.